Welcome back, guys, to Rico's Moto. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Appreciate everyone watching. If you'd like to, just hit that like button and subscribe if you've got a chance. Doesn't cost you anything. Alright, just touch base on some of the stuff that has been going on in regards to the CRF, and we'll do a bit of a walk around on it. Right, let's get into it. We'll start from the front, work our way to the back, top to bottom, easiest way. Alrighty, so I've just gone and got a cheap eBay headlight cover after breaking the DRZ one. DRZ headlight, I didn't want to do the same thing to the CRF. Down to the front forks, as you can see, the MP enhanced suspension. It's got a Race Tech spring kit in it, and it's also been revalved for my weight. I'm normally around about 85-87 kilos, approximately 5'10", so I'm a little bit on the tubby side. So the front suspension used to wash out like there was no tomorrow. Going over little erosion mounds, it would bottom out and everything. I'm not the most, softest person on a bike. I don't ride super hard, but yeah, even the stock suspension, I just, couldn't put up with it for any longer. I've only done 2,000 Ks. Nelson Rig tank bag, just there to carry some stuff. Upgraded the handlebars. I went from the stock handlebars to a Pro Taper Henry Reed bands. They are just the 1/7/8 size, so they're not the big fat bars. Ballards, bar risers on the bike, just give it a little bit more lift. We've got some Barkbuster jet handguards. I've got a quad lock mount on there. That's always on my bike. Love them. Quad lock charger. Now that's one of the waterproof ones. It runs all the way down, follows the ancillary lines down to the battery, just underneath the seat. Right, so exhaust system. Can't really see too much in there, but what I've actually got is a Moto-X exhaust system from over in Thailand. I went through superbikers.com and pretty much got here within 2 weeks. Approximately $450 shipped to Australia here in Bundaberg. The bike has a lot more top end. You can feel it pulls a little bit harder. I do miss some of the bottom end. I think it does take a little bit away from that. A new twin air filter and probably a tune. We'll try to sort that out and give me a little bit more balance in regards to bottom and mid range. Rear suspension, that was also upgraded. It's got an IBAC spring in it. It's got some preload collars in there as well. It's also been revalved for my weight, so it's not a full adjustable unit, neither is my front. I found the CRF Rally foot pegs to be quite small, so I've changed them out to a DRZ wider peg style. It's a lot better, a lot wider in length and width. I've also changed out the big bloody ugly whale tail that's on this thing, and I've put a Zeta tail tidy kit on it. Put a Chirby's tool bag on the back. I've actually made some bolt brackets up underneath there, so it's not going anywhere. It's not actually strapped down, it's bolted down. Cheap eBay rack, what can I say, 80 bucks, and it's just meant. Really moved down to the front of the bike. Kind of missed the biggest thing that I actually love about this bike, which is that big B&B bash plate. Had some issues with it at the start in regards to fitment. They sent me up another one and it fitted 100 times better. I've also put some insulation in because the plastics are a little bit rattly sometimes. Really great bash plate. If you can, spare the time and spend some money with an Australian company, really go B&B. I know I am going to try and get a radiator guard from them as well in the very near future. I'm actually hoping they start to do a black powder coat one as well, because I'm not a real big fan of that big stainless look at this time as well. Over to this side as well, I've also got a Zeta gear lever as well. I found that the original gear lever was just too short and my boot would just get stuck underneath it even after I raised it up. I found it was just not very good at all. So what's next for the CRF? You may ask. Pretty much everything's done on it to a certain degree. I do want to get a twin air filter for it. The original air filter is not very good. That paper one's just, not the best. Two options in regards to ECU reflashes from what I understand. Shonky Sean, I think everyone knows him on the CRF websites, on the forums and stuff. He's getting stuff in from 550 Performance over in the States, so that may be an option. The other option possibly will be sending my ECU down to Triple S down in Tamworth, and they're doing tunes as well. I really don't want to do that kind of stuff until it is completely out of warranty, due to the fact that my dealership up here probably would question if I've been playing with the computer. But apart from that, right now, am I happy with it? Look, I am pretty happy with the CRF. I wish it did have a little bit more power. Kind of miss that power of the big block bikes. I miss my 400cc power or 450cc power. However, I do enjoy riding this a lot more than my DRZ. Other downsides of this bike, the tyres. Everyone talks about the tyres. Okay, let's talk about tyres. Okay, these IRCs, they're not the worst tyres, but they're definitely not the best tyres. But these aren't too bad. They've actually got an okay knobby pattern on them. They are probably more for the road than dirt roads. However, if you drop the pressures down to an acceptable level around about 18 psi, quite manageable. The front doesn't seem to be washing out as much. It does conform to the road a little bit better, so these tyres aren't that bad. What am I going to do for tyres? That's a great question. I really do not know. I'm thinking about running a D603 on the rear. As for the front, Michelin MT21, or is it a Pirelli MT21? I can't quite remember. Or a Rallycross or something along those lines. Alright, I'm going to stop talking right now.